Was that Peggy? Coming upstairs and I'm like, do I hear Peggy?
You do.
I have to start just like a tiny bit earlier. You might need to come over closer
I know.
to me.
I'm getting there.
Just slowly rocking back and forth. Hi everyone. Good morning. Crunch time. Yeah, we're like getting ready to sit down and I hear Peggy and I was like, oh, early crunch edition by a few seconds, but we'll take it. That was 2033 bits from Randy B 213, who says, hi Stephen and Mal, today is my birthday. What better way to celebrate than with birthday Peggy? Love you guys and glad to catch a stream on my 31st.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Randy. I hope your 31st birthday is awesome. I'm closing in on that too. So I'm trying to imagine like how I would feel on my 31st birthday, and I would think I need some coffee.
I'm really excited for your
Randy,
31st birthday.
I hope you get some coffee today. Of course, that's how I feel most every day. You're excited for my 31st?
Animal Crossing comes out.
Oh my god. My birthday is a blessing to everyone because Animal Crossing New Horizons comes out on March 20th. Anyway, Randy, have a great day. Thank you for the support, and happy birthday to you. So how's everybody doing this morning? Is everybody doing good? I've had an interesting few days. Good interesting. Like, can always be like, there can be bad interesting. There's been good interesting. Math homework. No. You do that. I'm not thinking about math. Frosty's temperature's at 100.2 and can feel it rising. Frosty, no! Keep resting. Liquids. Every time I feel even like remotely sick, mentally my brain goes, liquids, liquids, liquids. I'm generally not drinking enough liquids anyway. I mean, that's not always like inherently the fix. It's not like drinking water will save you, but it's usually not a terrible thing. Sorry. There's more of these. So we needed to
finish them.
Needed to work on them.
Yeah. I need something to drink.
King Family 3 says, first time here, glad to join in. My son loves watching Morning Mario every day after school. Awesome. I love it. And for some people they watch it before school. Mm-hmm. Because it's depending on your time zone. It's out before you're out the door. But glad to have you here this morning. So, sorry.
Oh boy, it's gonna be cold tomorrow.
Is it?
And
it's
Saturday?
hot today, right?
Yeah, today we got a high of 73.
Holy, wow!
Saturday high of 51. Tomorrow 53.
73. Good God. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
The world is a variety of fun every week. So I've had an interesting few days. I've been working pretty hard on all the stuff for Stephen Plays, and I'm, I don't have to like reveal exactly where I'm at right now on stuff, but I get a chance to relax now. I get a chance to sit back and go. And by relax, I mean shift all of that time to StephenVlog, which is what I'm going to be doing over the course of the next few days. But it feels good. It feels good. We've managed to get a lot of stuff accomplished in the last few days, and I've been happy about that. Also, without going into too much detail, Bioshock Infinite, real good. I've been saying that since I started it, but it's real good. Let me read a few alerts here. We got a 5-month resub from Art with Mao. Good morning, grandparents. Hope everyone has a good day. I'm excited to see the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie tonight. Oh yeah, it's a midnight release, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a Valentine's Day movie. I forgot that they were doing that. Who's planning on going to see Sonic?
I want to see it.
Raise your hand if you're seeing Sonic. Doesn't have to be like you're seeing it tonight at midnight. Raise your hand if you just like, I'm going to go see it while it's in theaters. I mean, we can. We can. I have not seen a film in theaters.
A very long time.
Do you remember the last one?
Cloverfield Lane.
Oh my god. That's what I was thinking that too, and I was like, surely we've seen a movie since then in theaters, but I don't know that we have. What year was that? Hey Siri, what year did Cloverfield Lane come out?
10 Cloverfield Lane was released March 11th, 2016.
2016.
Oh my god.
2016. Troop Captain said, haven't you seen Mother in theaters? No, I've never seen Mother. I wanted to see it. And then we never did.
We also wanted to see... What was the sequel to The Shining that just came out?
The Shining 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Whatever it was called, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, like...
Dr. Sleep, thank you.
I've never been a big movie goer. I like movies. I love movies, but I don't generally like go to the theater to watch them. But yeah, 2016. Also, yeah, Dr. Sleep is the film. As opposed to
Shining.
The Shining or Shining. That's good. I like that. The Shiny or Shining. The Shining 2 Shine Harder. Yeah, I didn't watch any movies last year, so, I'm gonna try and watch some this year. I've already committed to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And, I'd like to see
You know how many
Star
of
Wars
those there
films.
are?
It's like, there's 7 books, but 8 films, is that it?
Is there 8 or 9 films? For the first...
I think there's 7 books and 8 films.
Did they split 2 of them or just 1 of them? It's 8 films.
8 films, yeah. Yeah, and I'd like to see Star Wars. Because I watched the original trilogy at the very end of 2018. So I've seen that now. You still haven't.
I've seen 1 of them.
What happens?
Man
with blue sword fights
I mean, I saw it a long time ago. I saw the one...
Or is it green? What color
I also
is
saw
Luke's
one from
lightsaber?
the one that you're gonna go see next. I also saw the one with the kid, when he's a kid. I saw that one. In theaters.
Episode 1. Where they drive the
Pod
cars.
racing, yeah. I saw that one in theaters, because my dad was really excited for it, so we went.
I've seen that one in theaters, too. I watched that with Austin. Because his family are huge Star... And actually, you've now gotten a chance to see how big of Star Wars buffs they are. Mm-hmm. And that movie came out, and we went, and it was... Did
you see Justin went to Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. I don't know if... We are actually just talking about Justin on one of the more recent breakfast streams, and I was like, yeah, you should follow him on Instagram. He's got interesting stuff that he posts. But he just posted a picture of him and his Famla. I was trying to say Florida and family. Him and his family in Florida at the Star Wars park, and they're all dressed up as Star Wars characters at the park, and I was like, that's cute. That's super cute. So yeah, he's worth following. Anyway, watch movies. Famla is the word of the day, by the way. Famla, description being any group of people that live together in the state of Florida. A famla.
They don't live in Florida.
I know, but I screwed it up because it was family in Florida, so therefore, if you're thinking about moving to Florida, you might be thinking about becoming a famla. 5 months from 8 months. I'm good at reading. 8 months by Sifu Seeker. Got a snow day today, so I can actually make this for the first time in a long time. Welcome. Also, my apologies for starting the stream by saying that it's 73 here. Unless you love snow, in which case, things are going fine. Enjoy your snow.
10 years ago, we had like 5 inches on the ground here. Our weatherman posted this morning and said, look, this was 10 years ago.
What year was that? 2010?
Yeah.
I didn't live here.
Yeah, you lived in Savannah then.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember that much snow. And I was like, oh, that's why. I wonder if that was around the same time that it snowed in Savannah.
Maybe.
Oh man, you know what's crazy?
Is there's a vlog?
Yeah, you could go back in time to, what is today, the 13th?
13th.
Yeah, so you could go back in time to 2/13/10 and see if that's the vlog where there's snow in Savannah. Crazy. Because I remember very vividly, like, filming some snow one day. Like, we came out of the dorm and we were like, there's snow. And it was not very much snow, but... I got 2 months from Nerd Art and Games. Howdy, Granddad. For some reason, this might not have gone through the first time. Either way, hope y'all are good. Just had to deal with quitting a job day 1, mostly because it turned out to be a scam, but what can you do? Either way, say hi to Peggy for me. Well, I'm sorry that happened, but it's better to have gotten out day 1 than to gotten out day anything past 1, honestly. So, yeah. Actually, that happened to my mom at some point. I don't know, but I don't know if it was a like capital S scam. I think it was just something was shady, and then she ended up leaving. This was a long, long time ago too. That's cool. That's a picture of oh, you're gonna get that posted?
Yeah, I can post that. Also, on that vlog day 10 years ago, Alex bought a scale, and that was about it.
Sounds like an episode of StephenVlog to me. So today we're gonna buy a scale?
That was the wrong one. Whoops, that was not the right. There we go.
What did you do?
I posted it recording.
It's fine. Mods, Mao has a photo of Myrtle Beach covered in snow, if you want to post that. Charlie Rodriguez said Alex had a Bioshock board game. It's true, I remember playtesting that with him.
That was then.
And then, of course, I didn't get a chance to play the actual game until like years later. That ever happened to you guys? Oh, Alex. They moved.
I know.
They moved. Which is exciting. At some point, we're going to have to...
go see them?
Yeah, at some point, we're going to have to visit them and see their new place. Did we ever see their old place?
No.
Yeah, they lived at a place...
Less than a year,
and we never actually got to see them there. But they stayed within the Birmingham area, so they're still in the same spot. Let's see, 15 months in a row.
There we go.
Oh, there's Faucet's. Myrtle Beach and snow. It's cute. And also super weird.
Yeah.
That should never look like that.
I think our record is like 12 inches, and it was like 89.
Yeah. The year I was born, there was a lot of
Otherwise, that's
snow.
like a record for us.
If there's anything more than a light fall.
Oh, Fossex is using show on iPad as a pain. Yeah.
Sorry, Fozzie. We will keep our photo requests to a minimum this stream.
There's no kitties upstairs right now, so.
15 months from Wizard grad student says, wait, how did I get to 15 months? Time flies so fast when you're eating delicious toast. The one time I'm not eating toast. I'm sorry. I felt for sure that you had one of these.
I did? It's not in front of me.
What are you, a cat? I didn't eat!
There's
I
nothing
didn't
on my
eat!
plate.
saying you ate it. I didn't eat. There's no food. 300 bits from Paint Shipper. Morning, grandparents. Just letting you know it's my unbirthday today. I also hope your guys' week is going well. It is. It's going really good. And today's your unbirthday. That's the one that's 6 months away. It's like you're the furthest away from your birthday. Mm-hmm. So when's your birthday? October? And mine's in September? Yeah. So
Yeah.
Interesting. I've literally never thought about that ever. But it's an interesting concept.
Something that schools started doing for kids who have birthdays in summer, too. They don't get to celebrate during the year.
Wait,
so,
do
like,
schools celebrate birthdays?
Yeah. You normally bring in a treat for everyone on your birthday. That's what we did. Whenever it was someone's birthday, they would bring in a treat for the whole class. And my mom always liked to be healthy, so we did fruit kebabs. But, like, people would bring in, like, donuts or brownies or cake.
School is or
cupcakes.
School is for learning. What? I don't remember this. Maybe this is a thing that happened, and I've just been out of school for so long I don't recall. But okay.
But yeah, it's something they started doing. I think
Chad is confirming that this is definitely a thing.
Since I was in elementary school, they started doing unbirthdays. Because, like, kids got left out because they'd have birthdays, you know, from June to August, and they never got to celebrate their birthday, so they'd celebrate it with their unbirthday and bring in a snack then. And if your birthday was, like, on a weekend, you just did it the closest school day.
I remember, like, almost nothing about elementary school.
Pasta says you can't really bring treats anymore because of allergies.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I try to think about, like, elementary school as a concept, I'm like, I must have done it. I don't remember almost anything about it, but I must have done it. 17 months from Mike Capella. That's a 1 and a 7. 17. Thank you, Mike. JD3D gifted 5 subs. Thank you, JD. Where did they go? I'll tell you. They went to Abil88, or Abe Al. You can go any way with that. Dan the Warrior 101, Magician's Freeze, X Xandrus 59, and the Dark Dude. JD, thank you. I appreciate the milk bomb this morning. We got 14 months from Shaman. My interview this morning ended up being rescheduled to next week. It's a warehouse job with forklift training and pays well. Able to catch the stream today, but we'll have to catch the VODs if I get the job. Still will be nice to work again, though. Yeah, that's awesome. Good luck to you. Forklift training makes me think of that
German sketch.
Yeah, which I don't.
That was a long time
Is it
ago.
a sketch or is it an actual like?
It might be an actual training video.
I think it's an
like
actual training video.
Kind of like the Wendy's hot drinks.
Yeah.
Like serious, but like funny.
Yeah, I don't remember it well enough.
Yeah, I don't either.
I just
saw
have
it in like 2007.
Yeah, I think it's a real training.
And I don't
video.
remember what happens in it besides it's about a forklift.
I think it's like all the ways that forklifts can go wrong, so I don't want to recommend it. But it's a funny video.
I remember being amused.
It's like, you know, there's some things you gotta know about it not to get hurt.
It's people talking about hot drinks.
Be sure to Google forklift training video.
So fine.
Sparkstrike 13 gifted 20 tier 1 subs to the community. Sparkstrike, thank you. With your generosity and so many bean emotes, we've unlocked Captain Patreon.
Why can't it be Captain Bean?
Captain Bean, I don't know, because the button says Patreon, so that's why I click. Shout out to all of our Patreon producers on patreon.com/StephenGeorge or Malmix if you choose to support us there. We appreciate the support, and we have utilized your bean emotes to launch the beans. And thank you for a huge milk bomb. I'm on my way up there to read it. 300 bits from Somber Mink 91. No message, but appreciate the support. Thank you, Mink. 9 months. That's triple plus from Twilight Yoshi. 500 bits from Zach Chillman, who says, thanks for the like on Tuesday. What do you think of Nala? Also, tonight is a hockey game. Leafs versus Stars. Go Leafs, go. Who's with me? I think I watched a hockey game once.
I went to a hockey game.
Taylor was a big hockey person.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Being from...
Michigan.
Yeah. And there was a few... Like, I remember
They're
one time,
really
like, watching,
fun to
like,
go
a...
to.
Well, I remember one time watching, like, a whole game, and then otherwise, occasionally he would have it on. Also, in the same vein of what Zach said, thank you to everyone that sent me pictures of your pets. I appreciate that. I had asked for that on Tuesday.
Yep.
And since then, I've had a lot of people tweeting pictures of their cats and dogs and whatnot at me. I appreciate it. Everybody loves a picture of a little kitty cat. And y'all have some very cute pets. They're beautiful little creatures. I've always been a big animal person. I get it from both of my parents because they've always loved animals, especially my dad. My dad adores animals in a way that's hard to fully put into words. So getting a chance to see them, I'm like, yeah.
Lindsay wants to go to a Charlotte hockey game. Charlotte has a team. And
really?
I don't remember who they are. But maybe we could go to a Green Bay Gamblers game when we're in Wisconsin next. I went to one once. It was really fun. The Hurricanes. Thank you.
I'd be down. I've never been to a hockey game. Therefore, try to experience things in life. I would go to a hockey game.
In Wisconsin at the Gamblers Arena, you have to bring a coat. I don't know how the Hurricanes are. Are they in Raleigh? I thought they were in Charlotte. Raleigh's closer.
I mean, I've been to multiple baseball games. Like, we went in Japan, but I've also seen the Braves play at home at the Brave Stadium twice.
And we've been to a couple Pelicans games. I've seen the Brewers play.
I've never been to a professional
football game,
and I've never been to a professional basketball game.
You know what's ridiculous that I need to do, and it's on my bucket list someday? I've never been to an actual Packers game. I've been to the stadium multiple times for away games.
I mean, yeah,
and they put it on the TVs.
Yeah,
and
but
it's like empty.
Yeah, but I mean, like, Packers games, don't you have to, like...
Tailgate?
Well, no, I meant, like, don't you have to get tickets, like, super in advance?
Yeah, but, like, you can always find someone selling tickets.
Well, yeah, for
someone
a markup.
Has tickets. No, like, friends.
Oh.
Like, someone's like, oh, just use my season tickets.
Anyway, so that's an option. But yeah, I'd be down. And other things I've never done. So, like, just real quick, and then I'll move on. Real quick, in order of, like, importance to me, football is not terribly, terribly high. I find basketball far more interesting, probably because I grew up actually watching it. But you know what I think would be a lot of fun to go to, and I think our friends would think so too? A monster truck rally.
I've never done that. I have been to a...
Or a demolition derby. Either one.
I've been to one of them.
Where metal's flying.
The WIR in Kaukauna. The racetrack by my mom.
Okay.
They always did
Sunday. Sorry, I had to say that.
They did those at the end of October every year.
Oh, yeah?
They called it Eve of Destruction, and it was my dad always wanted to go, so we'd go with him, and it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, that would be fun.
They had a figure eight track, and they did, like, trailer races through the figure eight.
I would be down to do that at some point. But anything I haven't done, that doesn't put me in danger. Will you go parachuting? No. No, I won't. No interest and never will do it. But, like, going to watch, like, a hockey game or a monster truck rally or something, that'd be cool.
I haven't seen a NASCAR race, but I've been to a Formula 1 race.
Okay. I would do either one of those. That'd be neat.
I mean, we live right next to Darlington.
Yeah, we do.
Lindsay wants to go to that too.
At some point. At some point we'll do that. Let's see. 16 months from Red Eye Storm says, it's been ages since I've been to a breakfast stream, so let's celebrate with ruining our throats with a 16! Congratulations, Red Eye Storm. You got 9 months. That's triple plus from Galactic Remix. Thank you for that. 300 bits from Jam, who says, I put this on Discord too, but how melted are your brain cells after Bioshock Infinite, Steven? The range is grilled cheese to melted Parmesan to yes. I'm hyped to see, and am ever so slightly sad it doesn't have face cam. I hope you get to do Burial at Sea while the main series is still fresh. Also waiting for the Star Potter Marathon of 11 movies in one night. I'm not sure when we're going to do the Harry Potter Marathon, but,
Oh no, Peggy's back.
Peggy! I think Peggy is a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
Or Star Wars fan, or both? She's got the magic inside her. So I'm not sure when that'll happen, but I know that Lindsay wants to be involved.
Yes.
With that. And we've discussed how we would do it, too. We decided it would probably be 2 different occasions where we'd do half the movies one day and then half the movie. It's not that much.
I get tired during movies.
I mean, you start early.
Yeah.
And, like, it wouldn't be like Thursday, Friday type thing. It'd be like 1 week and another week, or 1 month and another month. There'd be some way of, like, moving it around. But, if there's 8 films, then that's what you should do. You should do 4 and 4. I think it makes most sense. Anyway, to answer your question, yes. From grilled cheese to melted Parmesan to yes, I'm going with yes. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone out there, and also for Mao, because I know that eventually she is going to get around to playing this game. But yeah, it was crazy. In the entire last bit, my brain is like, what? And then, like, it just continually was like, what? There's a lot of, like, exasperated feelings. It's good. But now we're not allowed to continue discussing it because no spoilers here. No spoilers for anyone. But yeah, it's real good, and I'm excited for you guys to see it. Troop After 97 gifted a sub to Pod Racing.
Pod Racing.
Now this is Pod Racing. Csword24 resubscribed for 13 months. Insert clever sub message here. Which in and of itself is fairly clever. 11 months from Jojimo. Morning. I read it as morning question. Morning, period. Question. Do you guys have any Skylander figures and the Portal in case it gets picked for Extra Life? Almost every version of that game is on the Wii. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do. I don't know if we have the Portal.
I thought we did.
So here's the deal. I'm not terribly concerned about some of that stuff because, for one, within Skylanders, you always have, like, a Skylanders, like, figure that comes with the game. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to scan stuff to play the game. So you don't have to have figures to play the game. Because you can always play as, like, whatever, without having to get stuff out. The other thing is that anything I don't have, I can borrow from Player's Choice. Yeah. Because, like, I'm pretty sure we might have the Portal.
I think we have the Portal.
Maybe we have the Portal, too. I don't remember what we have. I was curious how many games were here recently. Yeah. So I started to do, like, a vague count.
Of these?
Of physical games in the house.
Oh.
Just games.
Oh. People are saying you need the older versions, you do.
So the older versions, you do need
the Portal and the figure.
Okay. All right, I'll get it.
Well, yeah, we'll see if we have it.
I'll find out if I have it, and if I have it, then we're good. And if not, I guarantee you Roland's got one.
Roland has stuff.
Roland has definitely got it. So I'll get one from Roland before we do the actually do the stream in October. You know what I need to do?
Just make a list of
I need to make a list of, like, peripherals.
Yeah.
Because that would be good. Happy Yoshi said, would you accept used Magic cards? I have about 5,000. I just don't play enough to keep them. I would. The the only thing that I'm doing with Magic cards at this point is I'll use select cards to put into the cube, and then that's about it. So you're welcome to send them, but even I wouldn't have like a ton of use for them. Just so you're aware. What I would probably end up doing.
I think we got rid of everything that wasn't in the cube.
Yeah, we got rid of.
We either gave it to Austin or sold it.
Yeah, because Austin still plays a lot of Magic. We only play a casual format at this point, so that's what I did with most of my stuff. Is I went through my stuff, put it into the cube so I could have stuff in the cube that I wanted, and then I let Austin go through it, and then I think I sold the rest.
I think you gave it to Will, who took it to Wilmington and sold it for you.
And then I just gave him.
Yeah,
I gave him money for dealing with it. Because I told him I was like, you deal with this, and I'll split it with you. And he was like, okay. Because the thing is, I just don't play competitively anymore. And at this point, it's far more likely that I'm going to play Arena.
Yeah.
Just realistically. But just want you to know what's going to happen to them if you send them. That's the big thing. Like, if you send them, I'll pick out what I can use. I'll let Austin pick out what he can use. And at that point, I'll probably give them to Roland. Well, Roland actually plays Magic, too.
Yeah.
So, I just want people to know what's going to happen to their stuff before they send it our way. Anyway, and we got to talk to Roland and find out about a portal. Sometimes you need a portal.
We have one first.
Huh?
We need to see if we have one first. I feel like we might.
We might. And people now are asking about Arena. It could happen. I would love to play Arena like regularly on stream because I love Magic. It's just too many games, not enough time. We're doing better though. Yeah. 2020 has been a good year so far for games. Like, not games releases. I mean, for us doing stuff because we are doing Let's Plays, keeping up with it, catching up on StephenVlog, and doing extra stuff on Twitch. So we're actually making more content than we literally ever have while catching up. Like, Twitch has been a really good format for us to be able to make more things. And finally play games that we, like, haven't gotten a chance to play.
People are wondering what a cube is.
Oh, sorry. I'm just sitting down and chatting with all my fellow Magic the Gathering players. Real quick definition. A cube is just a box specifically made for drafting. So in Magic and a lot of other competitive card games, there's two main formats. There is, I guess there's several formats, but the main two formats are constructed, where you make your own deck ahead of time, and then you go to a tournament and you play with the deck that you have made. And then the other format is drafting, and in a drafting format, you just take booster packs, you open them up, and you make a deck out of the booster packs and fight with them. Between the two, I've always found drafting more interesting, because when you sit down, you don't know what you're gonna get. And it's really fun and exciting. So what a cube is like a collection of the best cards in Magic. The best cards, the most powerful cards. You're trying to... Fun cards. You're trying...
that you wouldn't normally use for whatever reason.
You're trying to create an equal balance of power between all 5 colors in the cube, and then you shuffle it all up, and you make booster packs out of that. So you make stacks of 15 cards, and that is what a booster pack
would be.
And then you give that to each player.
But there's no limits on commons, uncommons, rares, mythics.
Yeah.
You could end up with like a pack of mythics.
So
like,
that's the thing that makes the cube so fun, is that in a normal booster pack of Magic cards, you can only possibly get like 1 rare card. Maybe you'll get 2. It's possible to get like 2 in a pack of 15. In the cube, there's a good chance every single card you have in that pack is rare. And it makes drafting really hard, because in a typical Magic draft with actual boosters, you might go for the rare first, because you'd be like, okay, that's a powerful card. I'm going to take this, and then you pass the
And then whatever
cards.
color, you might be like, oh, it's blue, I guess I'm playing blue.
But in a cube, they're all amazing, and you're like, oh my lord, what do I even take? So that's what a cube is.
Yeah.
Why is it called a cube? I have no idea. That's just the name for it. So a cube is just a box of really good Magic cards that allows you to draft high-level play consistently. Yeah. Jam says because it's square. I mean, ours is a rectangle. But I guess rect doesn't really flow off the tongue as well. Anyway, I hit 100 bits from GamerGirl2108. Thank you, GamerGirl. 17 months from Bloops64. I feel so disconnected from breakfast stream due to busy college times, but I always love coming back to see how long my streak is. You're very, very close to 1+. People are going to be hitting 1+, I think, next week.
Next week.
Next week. 300 bits from Elena123. Not sure how I got gifted a sub last stream when I wasn't watching, but thanks, Kikyo. Now, on behalf of Elena, thanks, Kikyo. Appreciate it. 500 bits from Andrew in the kitchen. Stephen Amount, can we make the stream? Oh, can't. That's supposed to be can't.
No, can. I can make the stream today.
I think it's supposed. I'm telling you, it should be can't, based on the context.
Oh.
Some people, when they're on mobile and they mistype a thing.
Yeah.
I'm contextualizing. Stephen Mao can't make the stream today because I'm currently on a train traveling back home for a job interview tomorrow at my old school. And while we talk birthdays, my birthday is June 26th, which just happens to be the last day of university for me. Happy Thursday. Actually, it might be Ken. You're right. I should have just read what it said. I assumed that someone traveling on a train can't use the internet because there's no internet on a train. It's a well-known fact. Trains have no internet. They're metallic boxes.
No headphones, no internet. You
It's
can't
impossible.
do a thing on a train.
You can't do anything on a train. I've been telling people this for years. A reminder that this is a real show you're watching.
Right before we came upstairs, Steven's like, all right, let's go talk to our grandkids.
It's true.
What sound does a train make, Steven? Moist Crunchy Potato wants to know.
Beep, beep! Train go beep, beep! Frosty says, Steven, haven't you been on a train? It's true. I took a train to the Grand Canyon.
I mean, that's an old-fashioned train. You've also been on, like, one of the world's most technologically advanced
That's
trains.
not a train.
Oh, come on. That's so a train. That's more of a train.
That's a fast train. That's not a train. That's like when people drive around in a pickup truck, but it doesn't resemble my vision of like a 1950s pickup truck, and therefore I'm like, that's not a truck. That's a new truck.
Fast truck.
There's train, and then there's fast train. I've been on both.
Shinkansen's not a train. Got it.
Yeah. And it's Shinkansen. You should just call it Shinkansen.
That's what trains are supposed to be doing nowadays.
What do you mean?
That's how trains should be.
No, they go too fast. That's why they're called a fast train. Listen, a train to me is always going to be something that at any point the bad guys could ride up on their horses and rob you. And if that happens on a Shinkansen, those are some really amazing horses. Can you imagine the horse's legs? Like the ground underneath them is catching fire. Anyway, shout out to horses. 300 bits from Danny. Speaking of birthdays, it's my birthday today. Grandparents,
It's your birthday too. Happy birthday, Danny.
Hope you and chat are doing well. Happy birthday, Danny. I hope your day is filled with joy and possibly horses.
But more likely, cake.
I was gonna say joy again, but mostly just joy. But I want everyone that wants to experience a horse to be able to do that. There's places out there that let you like ride the horse.
Uh-huh.
I did that when I was a kid. I don't know if the horse agreed to it, but the person that owned the horse did. It's time to read some things. Sparkstrike 13 gifted 20 subs with a huge milk bomb this morning. Thank you, Sparkstrike, first and foremost. And now I'm going to read where these went. Yek. First one's going to be real hard. Yek Homoben, the Lord Juba, Kodiak Pupper, Luca Cortese, The Iron Fatso.
Stop for a second.
What?
Elxie said we gotta ride this fast Peggy to catch the fast train. Peggy could keep up with a Shinkansen.
In the future, bad guys will just ride Peggy's. And everyone's internet will get all glitchy as they're approaching. Thank you for stopping me. Also subs to the Iron Fatso, Kyramek, Shazel, John Game 94, Red Delmise, Annie N26, Suyoshi 12, Fishy 12233, Spy Gadget N12, and Norman 16, CMAT 32, Lion Eris, Nico Soar, Words as Names, Battlebound 54, and Deathbringer 6K. Again, Spark Strike, thank you so much. I hope your morning is going well. And everybody enjoy your gift sub courtesy of Spark Strike. We have 15 months from Jayazak. Morning, everyone. Seeing the first episode of Ultimate's Co-op Classic yesterday made me feel like I was back in early high school, as that's when you were doing the classic Wii U version. I'm now in my second year of college. Keep up the great work. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised how long ago
The Wii U was.
the Wii U version came out. Like, it was some time ago. And the fact that we're getting a chance to do Co-op Classic again is exciting. I think it was 2014. That sounds right. Someone can confirm. But I think Smash Wii U came out in the very end of 2014. And that was just over 5 years ago, the end of 2014. Yeah. Troop Captain 97 gifted a sub to Captain Patron. See, a real person. And yeah, confirming that, yep, September/October 2014. That was such an exciting time, though. And I know it means nothing now because Smash Brothers is on Switch, which is portable, but at the time, getting a chance to play Smash on the 3DS was like incredible. Good time to be alive. 10 months from Sir Danny01. 500 bits from Shy. This is, hey, Crunch Parents, do you have any advice for a 24-year-old struggling to move forward in work and life? My life is by no means bad, but I feel like I'm standing still, almost stagnating. The feeling is extremely frustrating. Sorry if that's too personal. I usually don't submit these kinds of questions. I think the first thing would be to know that you are not alone. There's a lot of people that feel that way. And there's times where we feel like that too.
Yeah.
Where there's for whatever reason, whatever things are going on in life, I'm like, oh my God, like
there is only work.
Stagnation.
Yeah.
Can definitely happen. So the first thing is to understand that, like,
it's totally normal to
it's
feel
totally
that way.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally normal. The next thing that I would try and do is to set some sort of goal, and I'm not talking
something to look forward to.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about like a goal of like I have to do, because when you set a goal that's like up here, the feeling of failure can make you feel worse than you do at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But just have something to look forward to. This happens in our lives way more often than I'd love to admit. But like one of the things we look forward to every day, or not every day, every week, is doing Lunch Bunch.
Yeah.
Like, and that is such a tiny, minuscule goal for us every week, but sometimes that's literally like what we need. And it's like, okay, I've got to get through this and that, but hey, you know what? In 2 days, we're going to get a chance to do Lunch Bunch.
Yeah.
Or Tea Time. Tea Time is like the one for on the daily.
Yeah.
Like if I can make it to 3 p.m., I get to have some tea and a cracker with my wife. Like, and it sounds ridiculous, but like these little things are helpful, because one of the things that life does not prepare you for when you're a kid and everything's carefree,
yeah,
and you get into the adult world, is the fact that there's a lot of hard times, and the crushing reality of existence is sometimes more than you can bear. Breakfast stream getting real this morning.
It's also nice to have something like a daily thing you look forward to, like a weekly thing or a monthly thing. and then also like a bigger thing.
Uh-huh.
Like a trip, or just, you know, oh, you know, in 3 weeks I'm gonna go see this movie with friends, or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mal's right, though. Set goals appropriate to length of times. Try to look forward to something in the day.
They're not goals, they're events.
Sure. Well, whatever. Try to look forward to something in the day. Try to look forward to something in the span of a week, and then try to look forward to something in the span of a month, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
That helps a lot, and that keeps I think that keeps your spirits high. And I honestly, that's one of the best things that you can do for yourself to improve other aspects of your life, is to try to have something that is keeping your mood as good as possible. And that, I'm not telling you that that's easy, because it's not. And the older you get, the more you realize, like, oh, life hard. Everything that goes on up here, like, everyone struggles with this. This is not like an isolated incident. Mm-hmm. But, you know, just have something to look forward to. I think that'll help. Anyway, I hope that's helpful for not only Shy, but for other people. I just want everyone to know that that's normal. I think that there's some level of, you know, misunderstanding, like, because especially like mental health and stuff isn't talked about a whole lot. It's getting better. Like, people are talking about it more. Mm-hmm. But whenever people have feelings, they're like, oh, you know, I must be feeling this alone, and like, that's never the case. It's never the case. 2100 bits from SparkStrike13, who says, you know who would love a monster truck rally? Probably Peggy.
Yeah, I think you're right.
She would compete.
She would be a monster truck.
Oh, man. You know how they do up the monster trucks to look like things? I don't often request fan art. But if someone wants to imagine a Peggy monster truck...
Oh no, don't fall over, Skitty.
...and tweet it at me, that sounds pretty great. Sounds pretty great.
Here's your reference.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
She'd have like a tail fin.
This?
Yeah. Her actual tail fin would be her tail fin. Thomas says, why haven't you sponsored a monster truck? I wonder how much that would be. It's a terrible, terrible waste of money. But I'm just very curious. So there's a monster truck. There's like a big vlog logo on it. It's like, oh, we did that. We could have done much better things with that money, but we put a sticker on a car. 5 months from Lickstron, who says, yay! Thank you for that. We've got 300 bits from GoldMage162. I thought the cube was something you kept safe and secure and bouncy, and sent it through the portals. You were talking about earlier to protect it from mashy spike plates, and you would never, never, never let it come to harm. Unfortunately, I have incinerated cubes before. Now, don't tell the other cubes. It looks like you might have, because GoldMage162 then gifted a sub to the Companion Cube, Portal, and Mashy Spike Plate. I haven't played Portal 1 and 2 in forever, and they are so funny. I need to do that at some point. Yankee Gal 13 gifted a sub to Happy Birthday, Polly. Thank you for that. And GoldMage162 gifted several subs here, actually. One to Magic the Gathering Arena. Grandpa Tries. I Like Trains Go Fast. Horses. Putting horses at 2 months.
Horses.
I'm telling you that there will come a day where within our community, the horses account will hit like a year. And I'll be like, yeah, that's just been a reoccurring joke forever. Horse on a treadmill. Oh, wait, sorry. The Peggy Train 67. Those are from Goldmage. Yankee Gal gifted a sub to Horse on a Treadmill. Must be a heck of a treadmill. It's very well made to support a horse. And Paint Chipper gifted a sub to Words of Wisdom. Thank you all for the
gift subs.
The gift subs this morning. I appreciate it. Pasta Dancer asked, does Dan still have the portal cake? We have the portal cake.
Mm-hmm. It's above our cabinets.
It's probably real dusty.
We
rinsed it.
Yeah.
You didn't want to say rinsed. You wanted
I
to
forgot. I thought we candivared it.
No, we actually ran that sucker underwater.
It's all like resin covered.
Yeah, it's resin.
So.
It's not going to ruin it. But it was really dusty from the move. So I'm like, oh, it's running underwater. It was fine. It was no problem. 500 bits from Gadzooks. Apparently now breakfast stream is a family affair in my home. Say hi to my mom who decided to sit down and watch. Hi, Gadzooks mom.
Hi.
We actually, I've received some messages about a few different families that have decided to start watching, which I think is great. I think we're a fairly reasonable family show. I think we stream generally with the family friendly tag.
Yeah.
Which means I'm like legally obligated to keep it relatively family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we do a pretty good job of that. Mostly. The worst thing is when we start talking about, like last stream was gross drinks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll pass. Or when Mal's like, let me tell you about all the restaurants that serve hair. 300 bits from Jam, who says, your mention of fast horses reminds me of one of the craziest movies, the internet famous Aluda Majaka Tollywood movie with horses that can drift and go sideways. It's great. I've never heard of this. I hope there's a trailer. Happy breakfast to all of you. After 7 hours editing stuff overnight, now come sleep. Have a great day and remember to rest and nap whenever you need it, Stephen especially. My weekly look forward to thing is half-priced fish tacos on Tuesdays. Oh my god, that sounds good. Have a great lunch bunch where you just miss filming Lindsay. It's like you've predicted my whole day. But that's a good example. That's a really good example. And there's some people that are going to make a ritual of like eating like at the same place or the same thing or something every week. And that's a really good example of something to look forward to. Also, God, I want fish tacos. I remember, this is just coming out of my brain here. Do you recall when we were with Alex and Haley in LA? It might have been the day that Alex proposed. I think it might have been. Where we then went to a little tiny taco place.
Mm-hmm.
Those tacos were great.
They were great.
They were great.
I don't remember the name of that place.
I was happy for them. I was also happy for the tacos.
Yeah.
It's just really good. And that horse movie sounds insane, so I need to find that. 300 bits from Item Crafting Live. Any chance of a Steven Horse or Steven Train emote at some point? Possibly. Possibly. That's a good idea. Because Hype Train is a thing, or should I say High P Train, it would be fun to create our own
response emote.
Well, like that, and then also our own part of the train.
Yeah.
Because there's a pretty similar format that Twitch has used, like a particular look. It'd be pretty great to make our own version of that people had access to. That would be funny. And then when there was a high P train, they could insert it into their own train that they post. It's not bad. As far as Steven Horse, I don't know what that would look like. it might be nightmare inducing. I'm not sure. So I made it through alerts, which means I'm allowed to eat this.
Is my coffee gone? Yeah.
Since I've had this again, I have to.
You've had a few.
I did. I had one yesterday, I think. I got to tell you, I'm sticking by my original assessment that it should have been crunchy. And it's not bad, but I think if I was going to eat a Pop-Tart again, I would just get a normal cinnamon sugar one.
Raspberry.
Or whatever flavor. I like the fact that the top of those is at least like a little crunchy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these are like, they're not. Good.
You know what's really good? What I prefer to Pop-Tarts? Toaster strudels. Love toaster strudels.
I mean, the thing is, a toaster strudel is just dessert. I mean, Pop-Tart is also just dessert.
I want raspberry toaster strudels for my birthday.
But toaster strudel...
What date is the week is my birthday this year? Yes, that was almost English. Oh, my birthday's on a Monday.
They're basically the same thing. I mean, they are basically the same thing. But, in my opinion, the minute that you get an icing packet out and you're putting icing on your breakfast food, like, you gotta take a step back. You gotta take a step back and assess what's going on. Like, pancakes are its own thing. Like, putting like sweet syrup on pancakes, you know what you're doing. But when you put icing on a toaster strudel, you're up here. You're like, yep, this is happening. And there's nothing wrong. Don't judge us, Steven. I mean, I've done it too. There's nothing wrong with eating toaster strudels or cinnamon rolls. I'm just saying, like, if this is your idea of what a breakfast is, let's not kid ourselves. We know what we're doing. This is dessert. That's what it is.
You know what I miss? Kringle.
Exactly. It's like, it's that.
Uncle Mike's Bake Shop Kringles.
Or donuts or any of that stuff. Like, can you eat it for breakfast? Sure. Do a lot of
Yeah.
people? Yeah. Is it dessert? I mean, yeah. Should we be allowed to eat dessert for breakfast? I mean, yeah, I guess. What about if you... How far... This is a good question. How far do you have to alter a dessert food towards the savory spectrum before it's acceptable? And here's my example. You've got a donut. Let's say a glazed donut, right? People will cut that donut in half, turn it, or they'll use 2 donuts because they're nuts, and they'll make a burger. I've done this. So my question is, does that count as a savory meal, or is that a dessert? It's a good question.
It's a mistake.
No, shh. It's not. Pump it full of vitamin. The donut burger's great. I've done it twice. People are saying both. See, I'm gonna make you choose. I'm gonna make you choose, right? It's a spectrum of sweet and savory. Where does it fall? I don't know. It's a good question. Because you could call it a dessert because, yeah, it's a dessert. But there's a burger on there. Is it a sweet? Is it something that's sweet with a taste of beef, or is it a savory meal that has a bit of sweet? Also, I advise everyone to try it once. Try it once, or like half of one, or a quarter of one. You don't need to eat the whole thing. But I've done it, and it's real good. Maybe go to the doctor first. Make sure. It's like there's commercials. The drug commercials that like, talk to your doctor to make sure you're healthy enough. But yeah, talk to the doctor to make sure you're healthy enough to eat a donut burger before you attempt it, because you may die. But it's, yeah. You can't make me try one. I mean, you're right.
Oh, Doodle has a good point. Why didn't you just say chicken and waffles?
It's a good point. It's a good point. But like chicken and waffles...
I don't like chicken and waffles. I want them separate.
They're good, but
Put them
like
separate.
Those are more savory to me, in my opinion. But also, I don't count a waffle as a dessert, which I think is the big distinguishing factor there. Is that waffles and pancakes are no longer on the dessert spectrum for me, and I think a bunch of other people. So that's.
Armored Frog. Hey Doc, my grandpa said to try a donut burger. Is this safe?
Coffee.
I mean, their doctor would say no. Yankee Gal 13 gifted a sub to ketchup on pancakes. Thanks, Dad. Yes, my dad. Dad eats. I don't know if he does now, but my dad would eat pancakes with ketchup.
Fossex put up a straw poll.
Thank you, Fossex. We need more data. Vote in the poll so we can know the answer to this question once and for all. Does it count as more sweet or more savory? Consider all factors of this, by the way. Because yes, it's sweet because there's a donut, but there's still a fair bit of burger there. You got the burger, you got the cheese, you might have some other toppings. Consider it.
Consider the following.
Consider the following. Also 300 bits from Shy, who says, this Frankenstein creation of yours has me concerned and also makes me understand why you have cholesterol problems.
Coffee!
I don't eat them every day. It's not like I wake up in the morning, I'm like, Mal, you know what time it is? It's time for my donut burger that I eat every morning before breakfast stream. But don't tell anybody. Okay, let them know. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because yesterday is when I had my blood test.
So now you can eat all the donut burgers you want.
That's not how that's supposed to work. But yeah, I had my blood test yesterday. Mal too. We both had our blood tested just as an annual thing.
I didn't even get faint.
I'm so proud of you.
I know.
And I wasn't there to help you, so I'm glad that you...
Maybe you should stop coming back with me to be moral support.
Wow. Are you asking me to abandon you?
Not abandon.
It sounds like you just, like, let you do your own thing.
You know what I'm upset about still?
No.
The fact that you had to sign a paper because they, like, called our insurance to verify that, you know, this would be covered because it's our annual physical.
Coffee!
You get one.
You get one. And it's covered. And when I went back, they didn't say anything. And when Stephen went back and saw a different nurse to get his blood taken, they were like, you know this isn't covered by your insurance, right? You have to sign this paper. And I'm like...
Yeah. They made me... They told me that insurance said they wouldn't cover it.
So now I'm going to have to make a call once we get the EOB.
Yeah, the nurse told me, she said, you know, this is one of those things that you may have to call them and yell at them. And I'm like... And I hadn't talked to Mal because we saw separate nurses, so I assumed that it was one of those things like, I guess Mal had to sign this too. So I signed a little thing that's like, I understand that, you know.
It's probably not going to be covered.
Probably not going to be covered. And then I got out and talked to Mal, and she's like, I didn't have to sign that. And I'm like.
This should be covered.
Because it was $100.
Hi, sweetheart. They said they said it'd be
$120. And I'm like, ridiculous. But hopefully that'll actually be covered.
Hi, darling.
Mao is really good about calling the insurance. Like, she checks the forms that say
the EOB.
Yeah, that what's being covered and what's not. Mm-hmm. And she will call and be like, "This is supposed to be covered," and then they'll be like, "Oh, we're sorry." Like that's what we're paying for. Anyway, we'll know in like what, a week?
Yeah.
So. Sweet 34, savory 66. That's 100 different data points there. And that's what I think too. That's what I think too. I actually think that if you're doing a donut burger, yeah, of course it's sweet. You're eating a donut. But that burger, I think, is going to be a little more overwhelming. Yeah.
He's purring. He's so happy.
Fossick says, so, a donut burger is 2/3 savory and 1/3 sweet. It's so funny, actually, that it worked out that way in the polls, because literally, looking at the sandwich, that's probably the actual ratio. All we did here was math. Wonderful. Not what I expected, but sure. 300 bits from Jam. It says, Australia has slow-cooked pork donuts. I don't have to choose when the world is inspiring brand new ideas. As the description says, it's seasoned with hoisin and sriracha and strawberry jam with cinnamon sugar. Sweet and savory, living in harmony. I'm trying to imagine what that would be like. That's... If we go to Australia, I want to try that. I want that on my list because that sounds good, but also very strange.
You're getting Kepler.
I bring him on.
Oh, nope, he's... No.
Oh, no. Readjusting. 300 bits from Squid, who says, speaking of ketchup, I occasionally like having it on ham and cheese sandwiches. Sounds a little weird, but it tastes pretty good. I don't think that would be my jam. But I don't think it would be the worst thing. I don't think it would be the worst thing. But I also, like, if I can physically put mustard onto a sandwich, it's going to get mustard. Like, if it makes any sort of sense to put mustard on there, that's what's going on there. So mustard goes on ham and cheese and basically most other sandwiches.
Halaloth asked for any chicken recipes that weren't over rice. The best chicken that I make that's our favorite is pickle brine chicken.
Yeah,
If you look up food wishes and search pickle brine chicken, you'll find that recipe on YouTube or his blog.
It's real good. I understand some people aren't into pickles, but
It's really good.
it just has a good flavor. I would highly recommend that. It's real good. 520 bits from Zach Chillman, who said, Stephen, that's not a burger. That's a heart attack waiting to happen. Bacon, fat, donuts. It's also delicious. I mean, you know, everything in moderation. And as long as you keep that mentality going, you'll probably be all right. You'll probably be all right. It's just a matter of making sure that you eat fairly healthy. Galifea says, what's your favorite vegan food? I would go, and this is like it's like the polar opposite of like donut burgers. Like donut burgers. I'm gonna go with mushroom caps.
Yeah, mushroom caps are really good.
What were they called?
Stuffed mushroom caps.
Well, with the mushrooms.
Portobello?
Portobello, thank you. Couldn't think of the word. Portobello stuffed mushroom caps with...
Cheese is not vegan.
Yeah, I was about to say with cheese. Isn't vegan. I like them with cheese, but you don't have to use cheese. Artichokes.
Yeah, artichokes, balsamic.
Balsamic. That stuff's
Yeah.
good. That stuff is so good. And you can actually you can put that on a sandwich too.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
Sun-dried tomatoes are in that.
Yeah. And Fossix has got a link for the stuffed mushrooms. So if you're new here, and you might be, because we actually had a few people say they were new here. My mom is a nearly lifelong vegetarian, or pescatarian, very specifically, because she will eat fish.
Some fish.
Some fish. Very specific about it. But I grew up in that environment, and because of that, we ate... my mom still would cook meat, but she wouldn't eat it. And we did a lot of, like, vegetarian dishes and things like that. And one of the things that I remember loving a lot growing up, and still now, whenever she, makes it and has us over, is stuffed mushrooms. I love it. Absolutely delicious, so... highly recommended. And you don't have to be, like, vegetarian or vegan to enjoy that. I know some people have an issue with mushrooms. It's like a texture thing. Some people are under the assumption that they're slimy, and like that's not true.
It depends how they're cooked.
Yeah, but it's real good. It's real good. So I would recommend them if you want. If you want.
Are you sweet?
He's being real good.
He's so sweet.
Can folks see him good? Look at that little face.
You can move my cup on. It's empty.
Hi, bud.
He's making biscuits. You can barely see it under the breakfast stream, like the end of stream. Like he keeps making biscuits on my arm.
He's a good stinker. He's a good boy. All right.
That's what you're doing on me. That's
past 10. We should
hurts.
probably wrap it up. And then actually, as soon as we end here, I'm going to get a shower. Mao is going to be doing
Ring Fit.
Ring Fit. We got Ring Fit Adventure. Mao has wanted it since it came out. And I really, truly thought that it would have had a price drop by now.
Yeah.
I really thought, like, I was just convinced that it was going to be kind of like Nintendo Labo, where it was going to come down in price relatively quickly. And it still hasn't after all this time. And Mao was like, can we get it? She's like, I really want to try it. And I was like, okay, we will. So that's what she's been doing a little bit of in the mornings, and she's going to do today. So, yeah, we're going to end the stream so she can do that, and then we have to go to lunch. Other thing I'll say is that today is Co-op Classic Donkey Kong. So Co-op Classic is continuing. So yeah, check that out if you haven't already seen it. Yankee Gal gifted a sub to No Hablo Españolo, which is true for me. Or like, just a little bit. Pequeño. Is that the right word? That might describe like a physically small thing. I don't know. Pequeño español. Español, no bueno.
3 good.
Tres bien.
He's sweetie.
I could probably, like, if I heard Spanish, I could probably get the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, not great. Not great. And then finally, before we end off today, tomorrow night we finish Yoshi's Island. We are going to try and start early. We've been doing our streams at 8. I think we're going to try and start, if we can, it's going to be closer to 7, maybe like 7:15. So try and basically start like an hour earlier. We're going to try. It's like my goal. So sometime between 7 and 8, but 7 is, I'm going to really try hard to start it closer to 7. Just so we can get through it. And the son asked about bonus levels. Those won't be tomorrow. Those definitely won't be tomorrow. At some point in the future, we may do an extra stream to cover the 6 bonus levels in the game, but those won't be tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll just be finishing the main game. Yeah. All right, I think that's it.
He keeps just throwing his head on my chest.
He's a good cat. He's a good boy. He's so loving. All right, folks. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Thursday. And we will see you here tomorrow night at 7-ish Eastern for, not breakfast stream, but Yoshi. That's almost breakfast.
Okay, bye, Kippy.
Of course, that makes it sound like you're eating. Never mind.